HBRC here, and here is my new frame. So I have put all the electronics on it now, as you can see, and I think it looks pretty clean. It looks quite good. So yeah, it's quite neat. So the electronics that I'm using on this are the Cobra 2204 2300 motors, which are the same that I had on the Raggy frame earlier, and I'm thinking I'll probably change these up so that I can use some of the more aggressive props that are coming out these days, like the Gemfan 5152s and the Emax Avan props. So in terms of flight controller, it's still the same as Raggy was earlier, so it's the Matek F4 board with the PDB that goes with it, and so just also a pretty standard HS1177 camera and a switching VTX in there. Then the battery can either be top mounted or bottom mounted. At the moment I've chosen to use the bottom mounted battery simply because it's easier, because I've got my VTX up there, so I can't really pass the battery strap through there. So this, in terms of the actual frame, the frame is 3D printed as I mentioned in my previous video, and it's actually made of PLA. Now I know there's a lot of different 3D printing materials out there that I could have made this frame out of, but I chose to do PLA because it's the sort of easiest and it's a pretty standard material. But I know there's things like carbon fiber PLA out there which are supposedly a lot more rigid, so maybe I'll use that next time. Also, in terms of design alterations, I need to make this top plate a little bit wider so that the standoffs can be further apart, so that this camera can be pushed in a little bit further, because as you can see it's in a really awkward position at the moment because it's sort of sticking out, and I presume that's causing a lot of stress to the camera mount. And then I've also put the electronic speed controllers on the underside just to sort of protect them from prop strikes. And then other design alterations, I was considering maybe sort of making these arms a little bit thicker so that I can put my receiver in there, but I don't know if I'll do that or not, because obviously that's going to increase the weight of this frame quite a lot more. And seeing as this is already a very light build, I don't know if I want to increase the weight at all really. I haven't actually got a weight for this yet, simply because I don't actually own any kitchen scales, but I estimate that this thing weighs under 300 grams, so that's actually a really good weight. Obviously that's without the GoPro on top, which will drastically increase the weight of the overall frame. Now I want you guys to tell me what you think about this frame, because obviously most people these days are using carbon fiber frames, and carbon fiber is a lot more rigid, and I presume it will do a lot better in a crash, because as you can well, I'm not sure if you can, how well you can see that, but if you sort of bend these arms, there's a fair amount of flex in there, and how well that's going to hold up in a crash I'm not really sure, because I haven't actually had a maiden flight of this thing yet, because the weather's been pretty bad over here. So yeah, just sort of tell me what you think about this frame, where maybe I could make some sort of improvements, different materials that I could use, but yeah, just tell me what you think. So up next I've got a little video with me using the new Matek F4 board. This is not on this frame, this is on my old Raggy frame, but it's just sort of a good video to showcase the new Matek F4 board, which I really like. So yeah, just make sure to tell me your opinions on this frame, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.